Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. So I've just arrived here at AAMI Park, where of course Spurs will be having their open training session ahead of tomorrow night's game against Newcastle United. It has been a mad dash, 22 hours, 2 flights. I didn't think I was going to make this.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs winning. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
So now off the plane, just arrived in Doha in Qatar. 6.5 hours on the plane, and now I've got to go to Melbourne, and that is another 13.5 hours. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. So I've just arrived here at AAMI Park, where of course Spurs will be having their open training session ahead of tomorrow night's game against Newcastle United. It has been a mad dash, 22 hours, 2 flights. I didn't think I was going to make this.
Standing up though. Good start. So a good start coming in. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Please, thank you. Just trying to keep it to the sun.
Oh, did everyone? I try that.
Mickey, you're a star. Mickey, you are the best.
여기 가까이 바라보는 거 같잖아. 저기 가까이 가. 우리 저기 있었어. 이쪽 가자.
So day one complete, or should I say 2 days complete, 22 hours travelling, 2 planes, London to Doha, Qatar, and then Qatar to Melbourne, Australia. Now the thing that I was worried about is would I make the training session, the open training session at AAMI Park? I did make it. It was really, really good timing. By the time the plane touched down in Melbourne, it literally took me 12 minutes to get from the plane through security and out the door to get in an Uber. And then I literally said to the Uber driver, look, and this was about 5:25. He said the journey would take about 45 minutes to AAMI Park. I said, please, can you put your foot down? We need to get there as soon as possible. I'd like to see my team train. And it starts at 6 o'clock. He said, okay, sir, I will try my very best. And he got me there dead on 6 o'clock, and I got through the door literally as the training was starting. Incredible timing. Absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad that I did actually get there on time, because Spurs were meant to have the open training session for an hour and a half. They actually only trained for around 35 minutes. It was a very, very light training session. A little bit of ball work, a little bit of running, stretches, and then some of the players spent time with the fans, having selfies and signing autographs, etc. An interesting thing happened at the end of the training session, though. Some of the Spurs staff actually got bags and bags of old kit out of the third kit. And then the players were handing them out and throwing them into the crowds. You know, shorts, socks, tops, training tops, you name it. So a lot of fans went home with pieces of memorabilia. Now, the training session was short and sweet, but I tell you what, the Australian fans here absolutely loved it. They loved getting the glimpses of the likes of Heung-min Son, James Maddison, Mickey van der Ven and co. It was a very light training session, but of course the players only arrived, 8 or 9 hours before me, and they are going home literally straight after the game. So the players, in fact, will only be here less than 48 hours. And Postecoglou in his press conference actually confirmed that he will be staying on here in Australia for another couple of days, but of course still will be working as the Tottenham Hotspur head coach. You know, there is a lot to do. A lot of rebuilding still to do in this squad. We all know that, and someone like Ange Postecoglou just does not switch off. Now, I really, really enjoyed the training session today, and you know, to see the faces, you know, to see the smiles on some of these people's faces, to you know, see some of these players for the very first time, because some of the fans here haven't been over to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, haven't been over to London. And of course, you know, when Spurs are in town, when they are here in Australia, people of course want to come and see them. You know, they love Tottenham Hotspur like any one of us do. You know, I'm privileged enough to go to every single game, home and away. But of course, they don't have that fortune of it being on their doorstep. I know a lot of the away games are not on my doorstep, but of course Tottenham Hotspur is. So of course it is great for them to have the opportunity for them to see players like Sonny coming over here. He is loved everywhere. Everywhere I've gone to see Tottenham Hotspur play, you know, Heung-min Son is loved absolutely everywhere. But of course the other players as well, Mickey van der Ven, you know, people are a huge fan of him at the moment. What an incredible season he's had. But it's been really nice. It was really nice today to catch up with a lot of fans who live here in Australia, talking about their love for Spurs, talking about their dedication, because, you know, some of the times that they get up to watch some of these games, and then of course they go off to work as well. You know, the pubs are packed out. You know, they're getting up early hours of the morning, then going to work afterwards. And the other thing is, you know, it's incredible because we will be playing this game against Newcastle on Wednesday evening at Melbourne Cricket Ground. The attendance is due to be around 100,000. The capacity is 100,000, and it is a sellout. It is a sellout. This is the place to be at this game on Wednesday evening, because I tell you what, people can't get a ticket if they wanted one now. If you haven't bought one, I doubt you're going to get one, because everyone here in Australia watches the Premier League. They are in love with the Premier League, and Spurs are gaining more and more supporters every day, every week, because Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou has brought so many fans to this football club, and people love him. And a lot of people that I spoke to tonight, really respect the fact that he and love the fact that he has been given the chance in the big time, in the big league at Tottenham Hotspur, and people love Ange, and now people are loving Tottenham Hotspur. So do you know what, Spurs have had a lot of criticism about this trip. Why on earth are you coming over and doing trips like this? I tell you what, when you see what it means to people here, when you see the amount of people that want to watch Spurs in a place like Melbourne, Australia, 100,000 people want to come to a friendly game against Newcastle. It's incredible. Now, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Another very busy day planned tomorrow. Well, actually, I say tomorrow, it's actually today because I'm filming this in the early hours of the morning. Now, in just a couple of hours' time, I've got a radio interview at SEN here in Melbourne, Australia, so do look out for that. Then I want to go and visit a few sites, then meet up with a number of supporters groups, of course, under the umbrella of Australia Spurs or Oz Spurs. Then there is a Gary Mabbutt evening. Then there is, of course, the game, and then another very busy day after that. I'm trying to cram in as much as possible, see a lot of sites, see a lot of people, meeting up with a number of great people here in Melbourne, Australia, and I might even get down to seeing Ramsay Street, the home of Neighbours, which a lot of people keep telling me, you've got to go down there. So yeah, lots to do, and I'm going to enjoy the game on Wednesday, and of course we'll be recording the podcast as well on Wednesday when we've got a very, very special lineup full of international guests. So I will see you on the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this. Come on, you Spurs.